Hey Fireflies, how's everybody doing today?
I did.
So you might have seen our last video about some things that happened while we were at Fort Boonesboro. And we did make it back to Lexington. We survived the storms, but the car did unfortunately break down and have to be towed. And then we had to get our good friend Steve to come and tow us home. Thank all of you for liking and subscribing to our channel.
Make sure you click that bell for notifications when new videos go online.
Absolutely. We're growing every day, but we would love to grow more. So please, we would love it if you would spread the word and let some other people join in the fun and tag along with us as we go on some wonderful adventures and learn some things together. So Serenity did make it back home. Car made it to the dealership. We did want to just touch base on a couple of things that we did on the trip, just to kind of fill you in. We did go to Fort Boonesboro, and it was the first day that they were back open, so I'm going to try to take that into consideration, but it was not as memorable or as enjoyable as we remembered it to be, right?
Yeah. The site was okay, but boy, for first time going out after, say, 11 or 12 years, it was an adventure because the site that we ended up at was not level in the least. And we had to push our leveling skills, which we do not really have leveling skills right now, to the maximum. One side of the camper was completely down, and one of them was as high up on a level as we could make it. It was definitely interesting for us to get it level for the first time.
And a lot of the spots there were actually full of water, so that wasn't really good. But we did go to the fort, and like I said, it's been a while since we've been there, and this was their first day opening again for the season. But it did lack quite a bit of charm that we had remembered. There was not a lot of people working there that day, and the people that were there that were dressed in period costume were not doing anything. You would walk into a little building and they would just say, well, this is what I do, but no one was doing anything. There was only one person, I think, that was doing something, and that was the blacksmith.
Yeah, but he was just talking as well at that point.
But he was mostly just talking too. So we were kind of disappointed in that.
But they did have a blacksmith. They did have the person who made knives.
Oh, yeah.
And those were really nice.
Those were lovely knives.
Yeah, they had knives. They had hatchets, which I almost bought one. Oh, I was so close to buying one. I might go back and get one.
Yeah, they were lovely.
They had candle makers, but there was nobody in there. They had they had some other stuff there. But if you have kids and you're really into period stuff, it is a really nice little, maybe hour, 2 hours inside the fort.
Take long.
There's lots of hiking in the area. There's a lot of good food in the area. Like you saw, we went to Halls on the River, and we've been going there for ever. I mean, a long time. And they have some very good seafood. Some of the best catfish you'll have is at Halls on the River. They have a great outdoor area. If the weather's nice, it's right on the river. It looks down on the river. And there's some very interesting history about that we didn't touch on the video. And maybe I'll show a little snippet of this. But right as you go in the front door, there is a ruler that goes all the way up to the ceiling. And you'll see in different spots where Halls has been flooded over the years. And they have had several floods where it has just completely filled the place up. And it is a multi-story Halls.
So we did get done with dinner there, and we started on our way back to the campground, which was probably not even 10-minute drive. And the car decided it wanted to act up and just kind of quit. It didn't want to go anymore. So that's when we knew we were in trouble. Luckily, somehow, by the grace of God, we made it back to the campground. And the next day we had arranged for someone to come and again tow it. And our friend Steve came and helped us out the next day. So
a little bit of updates on the car. We did get it back. We drove it around they replaced the timing solenoid in the engine, and it actually made a huge difference on the way it ran. But unfortunately, we're still having one more problem with it that we'd really like to get worked out before we risk going on another camping trip with it. And hopefully in the next week or so, they'll have all those things worked out with it.
This weekend, we're actually going to be going camping again, this time to Big Bone Lick State Park here in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And a little known fact, it actually was recognized as the key to understanding the life of the Ice Age in North America in the 1700s. I guess it was Lewis and Clark that found, I believe, large elephant bones. So that prompted some things, and so now there's a lot of I can't say the word.
They do a lot of paleontology stuff.
Yes, they do a lot of bone stuff with a lot of dead animals from years and years and years ago. So, interesting place. We're looking forward to checking it out. Excited to check out the campground and check out the grounds and see the prehistoric information and get some bone knowledge, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we're looking forward to that, and we'll probably maybe get up to Cincinnati because it's not too far from there, and go up and check out some things while we're there, like at Jungle Gyms and IKEA.
Okay, I'm going to start that over again. I'm doing
Because I
right
feel like,
after
I
Halls
feel
on the
like I've
River.
already said too many and
It's okay. Up this weekend for us to Big Bone Lick, Kentucky. Big Bone Lick. Okay.